Hi, I'm Richard Coleman and I'm Chair of the Board of Trustees. Welcome to this vlog from the Trustees following on from our recent board meeting. We started the meeting by welcoming 3 new trustees who were successful in being elected to the board earlier in the year: Catherine Knights, Vicky Paschel and Andy Cordell. Catherine spent 6 years as care coordinator at the King's M&D Care and Research Centre, prior to which she had extensive experience supporting people living with M&D in a community setting. Vicky lost her mother to M&D, since when she has been very active in fundraising and recently organised the Big Steps of Hope walk. Andy is living with M&D and is an active fundraiser, as well as being campaign's contact for the South London branch. Our meetings always start on a Friday evening, and on this occasion we spent time beginning the process of reviewing and discussing our strategy. Although our current strategy takes us through to 2021, with so many changes going on internally and in the environment around us, we felt it was appropriate to begin now the process of shaping our new strategy. We set ourselves 3 broad questions. What is in the current strategy that we should continue doing? Is there anything that we could consider dropping? And is there anything missing that should be included? And as I'm sure you can imagine, we had a very lively discussion. We also discussed and outlined the process that we will use for developing the strategy over the next months. And as before, it will involve input from members, volunteers, staff, researchers, and of course, most importantly, people living with M&D and their carers. The Saturday began with Sally Light, our CEO, presenting her report, and she gave an update on performance against the various key performance indicators, the few key measures that tell us how we are performing against our strategy, and on all of them we are either on track or ahead of target. One measure we use in research is the number of grant applications received and funded, and during 2018 we received 66 applications with a total value of £12 million, and of the 66 applications, 22 have been awarded funding with a combined value of almost £2 million. Nick Goldup, Director of Care Improvement, gave a brief update on the work being done with people from a number of companies in the field of technology and the think tank that has been set up. This is providing an opportunity to explore innovative technology that could help people living with M&D, as well as developing ideas about sustainable technological equipment addressing the needs of a wider population. We always have brief reports from each of the committee chairs. Most of the trustees sit on only one committee, so this provides an opportunity for all of us to have an update on topics that other committees are dealing with. As an example, Siobhan Rooney, the chair of Care Committee, talked amongst other things about the grant reapplications from the care centres at Leeds, the National in London, South Wales and Oxford. We also confirmed the membership of the committees for the next year. This is done on the basis of people nominating themselves to the committees, and this is usually on the basis of their having particular experience or skills in the topics considered by each committee. The committee terms of reference do specify particular minimum skill sets, and for example, Care Committee is required to have one member who is a Doctor of Medicine with experience in M&D, and that currently is satisfied by Nick Sharma, who is Consultant Neurologist at the National Hospital for Neurology and Neurosurgery in London, and Nick is one of our co-opted trustees. Back to research, Brian Dickey, Director of Research Development, outlined a proposal for a clinical trial of lithium. Earlier trials in 2008 in Italy, Netherlands, USA and UK reported negative results. More recent analysis of the available data from 3 of the trials has, however, revealed a consistent and statistically significant finding that the drug can extend survival in people living with M&D who have a variation in one particular gene that occurs in around 16% of patients. If the trial is successful, this represents the possibility of offering life-extending benefits for up to 800 people in the UK alone. It is far from a straightforward trial, and there are lots of issues associated with it, and as with any research, success is not guaranteed. We had a long discussion about it, and subject to a range of aspects that need further work before it can go ahead, we agreed in principle to support it. As you will know from a number of other sources, we are moving to new accommodation in Northampton. The landlord of the new location has been undertaking necessary work on bringing it up to scratch, including improvements to windows, air conditioning and so on. And we've been working with contractors to develop design and layout plans, and the lease has now been signed. We were hoping originally to be able to move into the new premises in November, but for a number of reasons that has proved impractical, and it is now anticipated that the move will take place in January. We're looking forward to all being in one building and being better able to welcome people living with MND and our volunteers into our new home. I hope that has given you a sense of some of the topics we discuss when we meet, and if you have any questions, do please feel free to get in touch with me through Sally's office.